The financial results are always challenging because they're very dependent on, how the team goes. All the teams go on the field. But look, I think pleasingly we've been able to make some reinvestments in the game. It was a very difficult year last year with the restructure of Super Rugby, but despite some one-off costs this year, we've been able to reinvest more than $3 million back into the game this year across marketing, community, coaching and other areas. And in fact, without those one-off costs, we'll have $12 million in the next 2 years to reinvest back into the game. So that gives us, I think, a little bit more financial security than we perhaps had previously. On-field performance is a huge driver of both revenue and sentiment around the game, and I think we couldn't have really asked for a better start than our men and our women winning here in Sydney in the Sevens tournament, and obviously we've got them playing for gold medals on the Gold Coast later this week. So those sort of things are very important, and I think we're seeing the 4 Australian super teams all playing better this year, and again that's led to, I guess, improved sentiment around the game. You certainly hope the Super Rugby structure is a one-off event, and there are one-off costs associated with that, and they have to be taken into account. As I said, they won't recur next year and the year after, which gives us the money we're hoping to save to reinvest in the game. The finances are impacted by this. We're very fortunate of being, securing a government grant. Ironically, the grant was secured some years ago. It just happened to be built this year. So there are some one-offs. I mean, the reality is, if you strip out the building costs, our underlying result is a loss this year, and that's difficult. But we are forecasting a profit this year. And hopefully if we do see strong fan engagement around the Island Series and leading into the Rugby Championship, we should be able to deliver a profit this year. Oh, it makes an enormous difference. I think the England Series was a great sellout. The ticket sales are going well for the Island Series. I think them being Six Nations champions has added a real spice. Number 2 in the world, so that's helped. I mean, last year obviously with the British Lions touring, we had probably a difficult series with Fiji, Italy and Scotland. Didn't attract as many fans, but I think we're very excited about Ireland. That has a real potential to give us a financial boost. One of the great successes, of course, has been the growth in women's rugby. We've seen obviously the Sevens gain a lot of precedence off the back of the Rio gold medal. Then we had the launch of the Island 7 series, the launch of the Super W this year, which has been a great success, and we've got the final of that coming up. And then obviously we've announced our bid for the 2021 Women's World Cup. So with all that focus and the participation numbers up so much, and almost every level of the game, club rugby and others launching women's initiatives, we're trying to invest in a program to bring more women into the game in terms of administration and leadership. I don't really want to get into that. We've got an inclusion policy which is very important. We've made our comments that the rugby's great asset. It's a game for all, and that's why we've always been very proud of our inclusion policy. And one of the reasons sponsors hopefully are attracted to us is they see us as a game for all and aligns with them. But I don't think it's, as I said, there'll be a conversation tomorrow, and we'll let that play out from there.